evening. The day is finally here, and I can finally reveal that 3 billboards have been put up at one of London's busiest tube station promoting the Michael J. Rinder Aftermath Foundation. It's taken a long time to get here. As you know, there was a bit of confusion at the beginning of the week due to the bank holiday, Easter weekend celebrations, but it's finally happened. And I'm going to show some pictures and a video. I visited the tube station earlier today. First, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Now, this is a fundraiser for the Aftermath Foundation. These billboards, as I'm sure you can imagine, aren't cheap. So your donations via super chats and all the ad revenue, YouTube will take care of everything. It will all go straight to the Aftermath Foundation and support the advertising that they've been doing recently. And also, of course, helping people escape and leave Scientology. So I want to encourage super chats during this live stream. All of that money goes straight to the Aftermath Foundation. So please do give generously, and also you can donate directly through their website, theaftermathfoundation.org. So let's say hello to some of the people in the chat. Mark the Dorset SP, evening Alex and crew. Hello, thank you for joining. Terry Ray, hi friends, hit that like button, absolutely. Irish Mart is here. Hi, Alex. Absolutely fabulous seeing the posters up. Yes, I agree. Jojo Bananas is here. Hey, Alex, Lupita, Witness. We've got the usual gang here. I love it. Hey, everyone, lurking. Hello, Lisa Terry. Evening all. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you here. Haggis Basher, they are massive. Yeah, that I mean, the pictures don't really do it justice. Like, these billboards are huge. It takes up your entire field of view when you're standing on the platform waiting for the next train. They are, if I remember rightly, 14 foot by 9 foot, something like that. They are huge. And there's 3 of them. There's really no missing it or escaping it whatsoever. Danielle Chamberlain, hello, hi Danielle, thank you for joining. We have Kate, I'm guessing Carte here. Good evening to everybody. Hi. Edward is here saying hello from Colorado. Alex, the billboards are great. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome. So let's play this little clip first and foremost. It's just a short one. And there they are. They are absolutely massive. They are on the Central Line platform at Tottenham Court Road Station. So there's Mike Rinder there next to myself. And then on the other platform, I think that was the eastbound train, because we wanted to hit people that are going to both Tottenham Court Road and the Ideal Org near St Paul's. And then on the westbound platform, there's this one here. And of course, that is Claire Headley, the president of the Aftermath Foundation. Firstly, I wanted to say that I am so honored to be up there on one of these billboards alongside Mike and Claire, who have been very prolific in their fight for justice and to help people escape and leave and set up lives after Scientology, and fighting the abuses that occur inside the Church of Scientology for decades. I am really, really honored to have been given the opportunity to appear on one of these billboards next to such huge inspirational people who have done great things in this fight, in this battle, who came many years before I did. So firstly, thank you to Claire and the Aftermath Foundation for giving me that opportunity, and also thank you to the Aftermath Foundation for making this happen. I put in a lot of work into this campaign to try and get it over the line. There was a lot of legal rigmarole and back and forth with the artwork design. There are a lot of people involved in getting billboards up on the underground network, as I'm sure you can imagine. There's Global, the media agency, who placed the ads, and then there's also TfL, Transport for London, who manage the tube network, and both parties have to sign off on the artwork and get it all approved by their own legal teams before things go up on the underground network. So there's been a lot of back and forth over the last few months to get these up, but we're finally here, and I'm so glad. And thank you everybody who has been a part of that journey, you know, in getting these up. And yeah, what can I say? This is the most perfect way, in my opinion, to fight back against Scientology's recent ad campaign. Now, Londoners were really angry when they saw Scientology ads go up on the underground back in January, because junk food ads are banned on the underground. You're not allowed to advertise a hamburger because it's considered harmful and dangerous to your health. However, there's no rule that stops cults and abusive organizations from advertising on the London Underground. So people were quite rightly very angered at the Scientology ads. There were posts on Reddit, and a number of London newspapers covered the story, the Metro and so on. There was a lot of press around it. People were quite rightly calling out TfL for letting those ads go up. And of course, I organised a protest outside the TfL headquarters in opposition of Scientology's ads going up, and submitted a complaint. TfL later apologised and said they are sorry for the offence that was caused. And then they worked with us to help get these ads up and running on the Tube network ourselves, to promote the good work the Aftermath Foundation is doing to try and highlight some of the personal stories that people have from being inside Scientology, and promoting the good work the Aftermath Foundation does in helping support people establish new lives after leaving Scientology. So all in all, it's been such an experience, and it's really weird. I can't quite explain it. Standing on the Tube platform, looking at a 9-foot billboard of your own face. It's not something I ever expected to experience, and it's not something that you know, many people have that opportunity, and it's a very strange feeling. It was quite funny actually standing there and watching people walk past. There were lots of people looking at the ads, and they definitely do catch your attention. A lot of people were looking at them, but what was funny was when they looked at the ads and then they looked at me, and then they sort of double took, and they were like, oh. Which I thought was quite amusing. And so maybe I'll have to spend some time at Tottenham Court Road over the next couple of days handing out some flyers or something, if I can fit it in around my birthday weekend, because it is my birthday on Saturday. So we'll see. But it's good that they are catching people's attention and raising the awareness. Let's have a little look at some of these chats while we're here. And please, guys, please consider super chatting. All of that money goes directly to the Aftermath Foundation. I want to help contribute financially towards these billboards going up. Witness here says, yay, Claire Headley, very special. Claire was born in the UK. Yeah, this is something that we really wanted to make sure. We wanted to make sure that the people on the ads were relevant to the United Kingdom. Scientology's ads included people from all over the world. In fact, I think the 3 people who were on the Scientology ads at the same station were American. And as much as you wouldn't know that from looking at them, it was really important to the Aftermath Foundation to tell real people's stories of what's happened to them in the United Kingdom. And of course, you have myself at the moment doing all the work that I'm doing and getting lots of press and that sort of thing. Trying to kind of lead the charge, I suppose, in the ex-Scientology space here in the UK. And then you have Claire Headley, who was born and raised in the Sea Organization down at Scientology's headquarters in St. Hill in East Grinstead. And then Mike Grinder, who, yes, was American. However, he was in London when he escaped from the Sea Organization. It was from Fitzroy House, just up the road from Tottenham Court Road Tube Station, where these ads are now being displayed, that he finally left the Sea Org. So there are 3 really personal and really important stories that are relevant to London and the UK here. And that's why it's important that we share those stories, and that's how that came about. Mark the Dorset SP says, there is a massive billboard right next to the mission here in Poole. Those would look fantastic here. How can we get one up? Mark, send me a picture of the billboard. I will find out what company is doing it, and we will see if we can get a billboard up. That would be great. Vanessa LaRose is in the house. Hey, V. Hey, Alex, great work. Your activism is showing. Thank you. But look, I really, really want to highlight that this was a team effort, right? Yes, I very much put a lot of work into this. I haven't tallied it up yet, but I think it's something in excess of 20 or 30 hours of work. whether that be 10-minute meetings here and there, or designing the artwork, or all of the back and forth with the Aftermath Foundation, with TFL, and with Global. A lot of work went into it, but not just from me, from other people too. There has been a constant back and forth between myself and Claire, and other people at the Aftermath Foundation, and of course there's been a lot of contributions from other people to make this a thing. But most importantly, it's people who donated to the Aftermath Foundation that made this happen, because none of this would have been possible without the donors. So thank you to everybody who's donated so far. And hopefully we can raise some more money to cover the costs of these campaigns, and we can keep them going. So your support would be greatly appreciated. Talking of which, Anonym is here. Thank you so much for your donation of 15 Australian dollars with all your clappy hand emojis. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm sure the Aftermath Foundation will really appreciate that. All of the money raised in this live stream will go directly to the Aftermath Foundation. YouTube don't take a cut when it's a fundraiser. They cover all of the fees, and the money goes directly to the foundation. So thank you for that. Mark the Dorset SP says, did anyone recognize you? Yeah, I mean, London is very we're very British here. We don't talk to strangers. It was just one of those things where people looked at the billboard, looked at me, smiled, and went, okay, and then walked on like that's cool. It's not like people, if these billboards are in America, I can imagine people would be stopping and being like, oh my god, it's you. But that didn't happen. But people did definitely look at me, look at the billboard, and look back at me and kind of smile, which I thought was an interesting experience. Shropshire Lass says, hopefully going to London next month. We'll have a look. Fantastic. Hopefully they will still be up. This is only a short campaign in London because it's very expensive to advertise on the London Underground. So hopefully they'll still be up when you get here. But yeah, definitely go check them out on the Central Line platform. Danielle Chamberlain, question, how long are they up for? Is it 2 weeks? I, at this stage, can't confirm how long they will be up for. Campaigns on the Underground run for 2 weeks or 4 weeks in terms of the blocks that you can book them out for. So I think we'll hold that tight to our chests for now, whether it's a 2 week, 4 week, 8 week, 6 week campaign, whatever it may be. Let's just see how long they're up there for. Daniel Chamberlain also says, comment, Mike was originally an Aussie. Yes, absolutely, he was. Philip Jones is here. I know what it takes to get an anti-Scientology billboards up. So very, very well done, Alex. Thanks, Phil. And absolutely, especially in London, because Transport for London is a government authority, right? This is the organisation that is responsible for the whole of the public transport system in London, buses, tubes, trains, and all sorts. So they are very slow moving, and there's lots of bureaucracy and hoops to jump through, and forms to fill out and all this sort of stuff. And there's a lot of back and forth that occurred. It certainly wasn't easy. It's definitely easier to put billboards up in less sort of or more public locations that aren't necessarily associated with the government body. So yeah, it's definitely been a journey, but we're finally here. And thank you, Phil, for all of your support too, and the work that you did on the LA campaign. Amy M, I'd be horrified if it were me. Yeah, it is a weird feeling seeing your face up there for sure. Jojo Bananas, I'm going down south in June. Hopefully get a chance to see them. That would be fantastic. Witness says, well done on the long range planning, Alex. That took quite a lot, I'd imagine. Yes. And the key thing here is they are replacing Scientology's ads. They're in exactly the same spots at exactly the same location at the same station. Because look, if you think about it, Scientology have had an opportunity to share their side of the story to the millions of people that pass through this station every single week. So it's only fair that the Aftermath Foundation and us ex-Scientologists have the same opportunity to share our side of the story and promote the work that the foundation does to help people escape and leave. I don't have the stats in front of me, but it's something like 1.8 million people use this station every single week. So we are talking millions of people will see these ads while they are up, and that's not even counting the press exposure. The Times newspaper, the most well-respected newspaper in the country, covered this story on Monday, and there is more press due to be coming out over the next couple of days. So this is a huge opportunity and the first international advertising campaign for this community of ex-Scientologists. So I really don't want to what's the word, understate the importance of this campaign and the number of people that it will reach. So look, I think it's great news. I've put the pictures up on my community post on the posts page on my YouTube page if you want to go and check them out. Tony Ortega also did a blog article about it just now. And as I said, there's a Times article and more press coming. So if you're in London, please go and check them out. Take some pictures, post it on social media. That's the most important thing that you can do, even if you're not here in the UK. If you want to help get the message out there, please share these pictures and this link to this live stream, a link to Tony Ortega's blog article, a link to the Aftermath Foundation, and the pictures themselves. Get it out there on social media, because the more people we can get to talk about this, the more likely it is we'll get even more press exposure and the further our message will reach. So please share. And if you want to contribute financially, please donate to the Aftermath Foundation. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. And as I said, we're only just getting started. There is more to come.